Hello everybody, Dr. Rick here. Hope everybody is having an unbelievable start to your week. It's been a challenging couple of weeks for me, but we've gotten this day off to a great start, meaning we've gotten a week off to a great start. I'm excited about all the things that we're doing at the Visionetics Institute, which is a part of Rick Wallace Enterprises, and at the Odyssey Project, which is again a part of Rick Wallace Enterprises and deals with the community issues. I just want to take a brief moment here to talk to you guys about something that I am actually excited about. I get excited about all the things because I am in a blessed place that even at a time like this when things are really shaking, my world is really shaking, I've got so much that I can turn to that blesses me because it allows me to bless others. I had a client tell me today that, she's watching me as I go through what I'm going through, and she is amazed and, encouraged by the way that I'm doing it with, I'm not sure the word she used, but with grace and dignity, I think is the word that she used. And that's because while I'm hurting and I'm dealing and I'm going through what I'm going through, I'm still blessed. I'm still blessed and I'm still grateful and I'm excited. And just one of the reasons I'm excited is because I get to help people do the things they want to do. And what I want to talk to you about here is something that is, again, a reflection of actually another time in my life that before this time was the worst time I had ever had in my life, over 10 years ago. And it was a devastating moment. It was horrible. It was embarrassing. And it was a reflection of like a bunch of things going wrong at the same time. And I ended up with my business empire because I had built something sweet. I was living sweet, sweet. And it was the perfect storm for me to be destroyed. A combination of confidence that had teetered over into the area of arrogance, not checking and double checking and doing due diligence, just believing that if I touched it, it was gonna turn to gold, and letting people in my circle that I wasn't vetting, just really getting full of myself, and it cost me dearly. But one of the things that when I looked down, I said, man, I'm starting over. And it was embarrassing, man. You're used to being in one place and now you're here, and it's embarrassing. But what I remember is saying, hey, I'm going to do it. I'm going to start over. I'm going to do it. I'm going to rebuild. And I remember when I started, I had $2.47 in my pocket. And the only thing that at that time, outside of clothes, I had a bunch of clothes, but outside of that time, the only thing I had that was representative of this life I used to live were these diamond stud earrings that were close to almost 2 carats each. And they were VVS. So they were nice. And so I used that money to start what I was going to do online. And I sold them and used that money to do what I was online. And I haven't looked back. But one way that I did it is I built an online business using a very simple system. My mentor used to tell me that if you can't write down your initial thought process for your business on a napkin, it's going to be too complicated to present to investors, to lenders, to other people you're going to need to work on it. You need to be very, very compressed in your idea. Then you can expand out on it in detail as you begin to hammer it out and work it out. So what I actually did is I said, okay, I need a 5-step process to start an online business that I can trust, because I can't afford to fail, because I'm literally going to be eating off of what I earn. I got me a PayPal account, got me a PayPal business debit card. And the beautiful thing about PayPal is when people pay paid you. It went immediately to your account, and that's how you ate. And literally, thank God, I never went a day without eating. And I grew it, and I grew it. And then what happened is I started to open other businesses, start other businesses, create other opportunities. And I got to the point where I can come up with an idea and say, man, I hadn't thought about it. I'm gonna go do this and, you know, make some money doing it. And it's always been something positive. It's always been something relevant. It's always been something of value. You know, I've never shot bull crap at people. I've always given the best. You can tell by what I put and what I place and what I leave out there that I'm about being the best I can be and delivering the best I can be. Well, I created a process, and I've used this process over and over and over and over again to build. And I broke it down into 5 to 7 steps depending. So it can be done if you just do a step a day between 5 and 7 steps. 5 to 7 days. So what I did is I just call it the 7-day launch. And what it is being able to launch an online business, a legitimate online business in 7 days, and be able to literally accept payments within that 7th day. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is nothing about making $1 million in a night. This is not going to happen. Not that it can't happen, because viral videos and viral posts on social media happen every day, and all you have to do is get whatever you share with whatever you're promoting to go viral. And enough people see it, enough people will click, and enough people will buy. And who knows? I'm not a viral type person because I'm more low-key, substantive. I'm not high-strung, sensational. Not in the sense, I'm high-strung emotional in what I'm presenting and I'm on fire. But as far as coming up with schemes of how to get people to like stuff and laugh and stuff, that's not me. And people tend to gravitate towards stuff that's not real substantive. They like real soft, funny stuff, and that's not me. So I have to work for mine. But I'm telling you, I work for mine, and it has paid me. So what I did is I decided to put the program into steps that I can teach somebody, and in 7 days they can have their business up and running. The beautiful thing is, this doesn't have to be your primary business that you're going to spend the rest of your life doing. This could be that thing you're talking about where you say, man, I just need a couple more $100 a week. I just need $400 or $500 more a week, and I'm good. I just need to supplement my primary job. I need something that I can just get out there to do to see that it works. And then you get out there. So there's a bunch of things you can do. If you don't have a product, if you don't have a service, if you don't have a website, I'm telling you, I got you. I'll show you how to do it from point A to point Z. You don't need a full website. There are a bunch of places you can get landing pages for free to do it. You can promote links on social media if you know how to do it. You got to mask a lot of links, especially on Facebook, because they want you to pay them to advertise. And so they catching anything you're doing, but there's a way to do it. I'll tell you that. Sometimes the advertising is worth it. Their advertising isn't giving the returns that it used to maybe 3 or 4 years ago. And there's a lot of reasons behind that. Number one is consumers become smarter. Consumers become weary. Consumers get used to seeing stuff and it doesn't work as much. And so Facebook is probably going to need to catch up with where the consumer is at to get those numbers again. But Facebook is a great place to promote business if you know how to do it. You can also get you a page on Facebook and promote from there. You can put whatever you want to on that page. I'll show you all of that. And I'm going to do it for you for $397.97. $397.97. If you do it right, you'll make that money back in a week. I ain't making no promises. There are no typical returns. How hard are you willing to work is the question. I bust my butt because that was how I was going to eat. That was how I was going to keep a roof over my head. And ultimately, that was going to be the foundation of how I was going to rebuild my business. So I got out there and I made it happen. I ate every day. I had a roof over my head except for a very short period of time. And that was actually when I chose to step back and save money to take the next step. So I could have always had a roof over my head, but I chose to literally step from under the roof I had that I was paying for, paying a decent penny because it was one of those week by week things. But I stepped back, and for the last month of 2012, I roughed it. And I mean, it was a rough time to be roughing it. I was living in Dallas and it was snowing and every damn thing. But I took care of myself. I showered every day at the gym where I worked out every day, stayed in shape. And I kept my head straight. I had told God when it all started, wake me up and I'm going to answer the bell. That's all I ask you to do is wake me up and watch me answer this bell. That's me and God talking. Wake me up. Don't let me die right here. That's all I was saying is I don't want to die in this pit. Just wake me up. I know you've already built me to do what it is I need to do. I already know that. So I am ready to go to war and fight for what's mine in this world. And that's what I did. And that's what I teach people to do as well. And on a side note, if you want to work with me, email me at ceo@rickwallacephd.link, and I'll talk to you about working with me on a one-on-one basis and taking your life to the next level. But if you just want to get a business started, whether you plan on making it your full-time gig or you plan on doing it as a side thing, let me help you. The link is in the description box. There's absolutely no reason not to do this, because even if you have a full-time gig you love, what will it hurt to create a side gig that you can literally put on autopilot if you set it up right? I told you this before. I have stuff that I set up 6-7 years ago that at the time it was going to be something that I needed to work. But then I moved on and got something better going, and I left it out there. I don't even promote it anymore. And yet every now and then, once or twice a month, here comes a sale from that thing I set up 7 years ago, haven't promoted in probably 5 or 6 years. But it's out there. Somebody just happened to type in the right keywords in the search engine, and it popped up, or somebody happened to go read an article, and there it was. That is the beauty of this. Once you put this stuff out on the internet, it's out there. So the goal is to propagate the internet with what you're selling. Sorry, you can imagine what just happened. But anyway, I'm about to get off of here and get into the gym. But I had to share this with you. I had to talk to you. It's time to make something happen in your life, and it starts with something as simple as this. I dare you to give it a try. So click the link, sign up. You'll receive an email from our support team, and they'll schedule your first consultation with me. We'll get an idea of what it is you like to do, what you want to do, and determine if it's something you have to offer right now that you want to get out there, or if you need me to turn you on to a bunch of stuff out there that you can literally promote, sell, and receive commission on. And literally, I'm talking no startup costs outside of what it's going to cost for me to teach you. And I think that's an unbelievable, value-packed opportunity. And so here I am, come work with me. And I'm telling you, there's a bunch of other stuff we can get into. There's always a chance for you to do better, to grow and be something. So, for the people that are looking and saying, man, it's good to see you smiling. I have a reason to smile. Even in this moment right here, I have a reason to smile because I'm making other people smile. And that's what it's about for me. So look, don't miss the opportunity. Click the link and come on in. And for those of you who want to work with me, email me, ceo@rickwallacephd.link. Let's do something. Let's make it happen. On that note, I'm out.